Hi, I'm Frankie, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get any job that uses Microsoft Azure. I'm a Microsoft Azure MVP, and I used to work for Microsoft. When I was working there, I earned a role making over $250K a year using the steps that I'm going to show you in this document. If you want access to this document, you can get it in the Azure Innovation Station online community, which you can get to at azureinnovationstation.com/community. A link will also be in the description of this video, where the motto in this community is to learn Azure, build skills, and solve problems. Now let's dive in. Anyone who is job hunting has to have a purpose. Why are you considering pursuing a new job? You don't want to aimlessly make decisions in life. It's a pretty big deal what you're doing on a daily basis for a living. What impact are you going to make? Ask yourself, what are the things in life that matter to me that are worth making an impact for? This might determine the industry you join. This might determine the type of work you're doing. But you want to ask yourself, what is worth making an impact? And ask yourself, is this the best time for me to pursue a new job? Based on the market, based on what you want to do, based on your circumstance, did you get let go? Are you in a great place? Do you want to honor your current job or a contract or something, and it's maybe not the best time, or it is a great time and you're ready to start looking for a new job? You need to ask yourself, when is the best time? We all end up somewhere, might as well end up somewhere on purpose. So diving into the method I use to get my Azure job that made over $250K a year, you start with showcasing your skills. This is the method, I call it the show method. So it's 4 things we're going to go through, and the S in show stands for showcase. So you're going to build a portfolio of skills. This is a portfolio of projects that showcases the skills you have. As you build those projects, you're also building those skills. This replaces years and years and years and years of experience that people have, because at the end of the day, you just need to prove you have skills for a job. Certifications, a college degree, and years of experience, they insinuate that someone has skills. And often having years of experience, that is a better indicator to a hiring manager or a business that someone has a set of skills, but it still doesn't prove it. It just helps insinuate or imply that someone has those skills. A portfolio of projects proves that you have the skills. You want a website for your portfolio, a custom personal website, likely with your custom domain, your first name, last name.com. Go get it if you don't have it right now. And you're going to put your portfolio on this website. When you're applying for jobs too, you do want to make sure your resume is up to date and highlight your portfolio. Make your resume stand out, maybe with some colors, framing, good design. You don't want to go crazy on it, but you do want it to be readable, right? When people are looking at a big stack of resumes, they're often looking at for a very short period of time. If yours is hard to read, has too many bullet points, is just a simple black and white, it might be pretty easy for someone to look at that, have a difficult time reading it, and move on. So consider adding a little bit of color, some good design, so that it's pleasant to look at your resume. And highlight your portfolio. You want to make sure they get to your portfolio as fast as possible. Now, applying for a role and waiting for somebody to select you from that big stack of resumes is one way to get selected, but it's very difficult. I prefer the proactive approach, taking the control back in the hands of the person job hunting and networking to get to the hiring manager or someone associated with the company. This is the second part of the show method, the H in show, which is hello, where we say hello to new connections at companies that we apply to. Who's working at that company, who's associated with that role, reaching out to them and offering them value every step of the way. Share something that might be interesting to them. Share your portfolio and articulate that you want to bring value to the business by being a part of a certain role that you just applied to. It's important that you are building authentic, genuine connections where you're bringing value to every individual you build a connection and a network with. And when you're communicating with people, you want to follow up early and often. 99% of the time, you're not bothering them. You're just reminding them that you're there. When you're finally being considered for a role, we move on to the third part in the show method, which is the O, offer. This is where you're offering your skills, your time, yourself as you apply and are considered for a role. You want to have great communication by always offering value in your interviews and everyone you interact with. Smile, ask questions. These are tactics and tricks that are helpful when it comes to just being a human being in showing interest, being interested rather than trying to be interesting. These are tips from this famous book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I recommend all students from my mentorship program in the Azure Innovation Station community to read that book. And seek feedback. Anytime you're in an interview, seek feedback. Ask how can you be more valuable to the business. This is tremendously powerful because it helps you, whether you get selected or not, know how you can be more valuable for that same company. Maybe if that role opens up in the future, if you don't get selected, but also just for your future career so you can improve yourself. You can create a 30, 60, 90-day plan. People do this here and there in the business world, and I don't think I see it enough. This is the plan that you can create to reduce the burden for the hiring manager when it comes to onboarding. A hiring manager does not want to be a micromanager, at least not the good ones. You want to be able to articulate that you are proactive and have a plan for your first 30, 60, and 90 days in that particular role. And if you get selected for the role, you've got a plan to start with. Even if it's not the exact plan that you end up really pursuing and taking action on, at least you have a starting point. And know your value. When you're talking about salary, you want to make sure you're aware of what people are being paid in the market for that particular role. And if you do find yourself in a negotiating situation, start high so you can always end up at that market rate. Know what you can do based on the projects you've put together, and don't sell yourself short. Finally, when it comes to being selected, the W in the show method is all about working the job or working the opportunity. Working the job, if you get selected, this is how you make a great first impression. You work like crazy for that first little while, getting feedback, trying to make sure that you create an incredible first impression to everyone you interact with at that business. Get feedback from your manager, from colleagues that are in your similar role, and if you're not selected, again, get feedback on why so that you can improve in the future. And if you don't get selected, work the new opportunities by taking that feedback that you got and applying it for the next role. So you're always either earning or learning. Anybody can follow this show method. Anyone can create your portfolio, they can network, they can offer themselves well, and they can work the new role or work the opportunity. But if you need help, or you want guidance, you want mentorship from someone who's earned a $250K Azure role at Microsoft Corporation, I can help you. I'll give you a custom roadmap for what you want to do with your future role. We'll have one-on-one calls with me, the 250K Azure expert. We'll help build your skills and make you more valuable for the future. And forever, as you build skills, you'll only ever be more valuable as you invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the best things you can possibly do at any time for your whole life, forever. I'll help keep you accountable to keep you on track to meet your goals. Sometimes when people are self-disciplined, trying to do things on their own, it's very difficult. And it's a lot easier when you have someone either doing it with you, like in the Azure Innovation Station online community that you can join. There's a link to join that in the description. Or if you have a mentor who can help you be guided along a specific system or process to help you meet your goals. Working with me eliminates confusion and overwhelm of not knowing what to learn, when to learn it, how to put it together, who to reach out to, when. I can help eliminate that confusion, eliminate that overwhelm, eliminate the distractions. Overall, this ends up reducing the time it takes for you to accept a high-paying Azure offer. With me, it'll go much faster than doing it on your own. And are you willing to try it on your own if it takes you months and months and months? Or would you rather do it very quickly with someone who's done it before? If you're interested in this, you can apply here in this document that you can find in the Azure Innovation Station community or in the description of this YouTube video. Again, I hope this is helpful in helping you get to your next Azure role. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I answer every comment to help as many people as I can. If this video was helpful for you, I'd appreciate if you liked it and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. So thank you so much and good luck on your Azure journey.